that everybody else been saying since I moved to 147, I ain't fought nobody. Every last one of them stump a mud hole in their ass and he gonna be next. Watch. So when I beat you, is you gonna be a nobody? When I stump a mud hole in your ass, is you gonna be a nobody? You gonna be just like everybody else. Watch. Watch.
Canelo versus Crawford is just around the corner, and the tension isn't easing up. At a recent press conference, Canelo and Crawford exchanged verbal jabs once again. It all began when Canelo responded to a question about their previous press conference, where they had a physical altercation.
But I didn't. He did before. He tried to welcome me back, and it just was my reaction. That's it. I think he don't did them because he really wanted to do. I think Turki Al-Ashi told him, you need to do something. And he did. He did. And now...
Not only that, after the press conference, Crawford made it clear that he's been laughing at Canelo's madness and is enjoying all the drama.
Laughed at it, as you can see. You know, I love things like that. You know, it excites me. I'm more motivated than ever now.
Terence Crawford spoke about the last press conference where Canelo Alvarez pushed him during the face-off. He clarified that the push didn't shake him at all and hasn't affected his approach to the fight.
Wasn't nothing, you know what I mean? Like, that little push didn't do nothing, as you can see. But come fight time, we're not going to be pushing, we're going to be punching, so it doesn't even matter.
Not only the last press conference, but this one also featured a death stare face-off. New boxing promoter Dana White, previously working under the UFC label, had to personally intervene to separate the two. This is not just a war, it's a once-in-a-lifetime event featuring two men who've conquered multiple weight classes, held numerous belts, and silenced critics at every turn. Canelo Alvarez reflected on his fight with Billy Joe Saunders, recalling how the pre-fight attitude and actions of Saunders fueled his aggression and intensity in the ring. He hinted that a similar situation might unfold in his upcoming fight with Crawford.
You know, a lot of MMA fans, UFC fans, may not have ever seen you fight before. And they might tune in because Dana and the UFC are involved. So what has it been like maybe introducing yourself to a lot of MMA fans?
Canelo Alvarez said he lost respect for Crawford because of some of the statements Crawford made, particularly when he said he doesn't believe in meeting others' expectations. Canelo felt it seemed like Crawford had something to prove or something to get off his chest during the press conference.
A little bit more personal because, you know, I did respect him. I don't respect him anymore because he say, I'm not gonna do what they want me to do and this and that. And then he tried to, maybe Turki Al-Ashi told him, hey, you need to do something because you seem so nervous in Riyadh. So and he tried to like he welcome me back, and that's why I pushed him. And you know, like I say, don't fuck with me.
Does it bring a different Canelo then?
Yeah, different.
Canelo gave a similar statement at the press conference, where, in front of the media and boxing personnel, he openly claimed that it might be Turki's order for Crawford to walk him down, which led to chaos in the last face-off. He warned that messing with him would end Crawford's career.
Before I respect his word because he say, oh, I'm not gonna let somebody to tell me what I need to do. And he did, so, but you know me. Just, I respect everybody, but if you me, so it's gonna be different. You know.
Listen.
Hey, we know, buddy. We know.
During a heated encounter between Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez, Crawford responded to rumors from Canelo's camp claiming he was scared. Crawford said he confronted Canelo to show he wasn't afraid and to signal that he was in control leading up to the fight. However, Canelo clarified that he never said this himself and pointed out that it was Crawford's uncle who made the claim.
Somebody was in the room saying that I was scared of them. So I stepped to him and showed him who was the boss of this fight. I ain't scared of shit.
Hey, I never say that. Your uncle say that, not me.
Crawford remained adamant that he fears no one and said Canelo will realize this once they step into the ring. He also reminded everyone that during their previous press appearance, he wasn't hesitant to approach Canelo, despite him being a naturally larger fighter.
Scared of shit, and you're gonna find that out. And as you've seen, the last press conference,
We'll see.
when I walked you down, when you supposed to be the bigger man.
Yeah, hey, you say that because you're fighting with nobody, and you obviously look like you're a great fighter. But you find out September 13th, this is gonna be different for you.
And it's gonna be different from you as well.
On one side is Canelo Alvarez, Mexico's pride and the undisputed super middleweight champion with 63 wins, 2 losses, and 39 knockouts. He has faced top boxing elites like Gennady Golovkin, Miguel Cotto, Sergey Kovalev, and Caleb Plant. Amid all the hype from fans and fighters about the fight's magnitude, Hearn initially downplayed the Crawford buzz but now acknowledges it will be a big day for Canelo.
See the presser yesterday, and I thought Canelo looked really well. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, he's a big lump, so I was always Canelo. Then I sort of leant towards Bud, but now I'm back with Canelo. So we'll see.
No, Canelo's an all-time great. He's an incredible fighter, and look, I actually think this is a bad fight for him because
Eddie Hearn revealed his leaning towards Canelo but described the fight as tough for both fighters. He acknowledged that Crawford's unique style, with sharp timing, slick movement, and constant adjustments, could turn the ring into a chessboard, forcing Canelo to play catch-up.
I mean he'll engage a lot more than Skull, but he will be looking to do all the things where people have had success, which is use movement. Look at what Bivol did. Bivol had the perfect game plan. He boxed off the back foot, then he attacked, then he moved, then he, all that kind of stuff. And then Crawford will be looking to do exactly the same.
Hearn continued, noting that Crawford views this fight as more than just a new title or a big payday. It's his ultimate mission. Crawford sees it as a chance to shed the label of merely a technical master and step into true greatness, the kind that makes history. According to Hearn, Crawford isn't chasing clout, he's chasing legacy.
It's a fight that's probably quite personal to him, to prove himself as a great. And there is no doubt that if he wins this fight, he's a great, he's a pound-for-pound tremendous fighter, but...
He also addressed the elephant in the room, the size difference. Crawford was a natural welterweight at 147 pounds, while Canelo has long been the 168 pounds champion. Despite the clear weight gap, Crawford kept calling out Canelo's name. Interestingly, Canelo didn't close the door. Instead, he left it open, saying that if the business aligned properly, he would take the fight seriously.
147, obviously 154 now. But the money's the money, and he was never going to turn it down.
Canelo has fought and defeated champions in 4 different weight classes, rising from a teenage prospect to one of the biggest pay-per-view stars in modern boxing. He has built an empire inside and outside the ring with sharp counterpunches, a granite chin, and body shots that wear opponents down. At the press conference, he appeared more composed and relaxed than Bud. He shared his thoughts on collaborating with Dana White and the organizing team for the blockbuster event, emphasizing that UFC and boxing aren't competitors but partners. He said, "You make us look like we are competing, but I know I'm not. I always like Dana White. I like and respect all the UFC fighters, and I think we can show people that if we are together, we can do big things." He expressed excitement about working with Dana White, Netflix, and everyone involved. Canelo also acknowledged that Crawford presents something different for everyone, and now it's time to see how this new challenge plays out. Antonio Tarver spoke confidently about Crawford's mindset, saying he has a rare energy that sets great fighters apart, an unwavering, fearless presence that silences doubt and views no opponent as a threat.
I've been telling y'all for the longest. That boy got that energy. And you know what energy I'm talking about. What is that? Tarver energy. Yes, sir. Tarver. He got that. And so when you get that, we don't see nobody, bro.
Tarver then shifted his focus to Canelo Alvarez, offering a more critical view. While acknowledging Canelo's toughness, he noted that the Mexican star hasn't faced a real challenge in some time and that his ring movement hasn't been as sharp lately. Tarver warned that comfort can be dangerous, as it may cause even the best fighters to ease off the gas.
He in there with a dog, Canelo. Now, the Canelo footwork ain't been what it's supposed to be lately, and he hasn't a real threat in a long time. Right. Now, sometimes we can get so comfortable in that zone, but now you got to go down deep to get ready for Crawford. Crawford, you feel?
We all know Crawford as a technician with a 40-0 record and 30 KOs, a switch-hitting puzzle yet to be solved by any opponent. Since moving up to 140 pounds, he has been unchallenged, dominating the 147-pound division by defeating Errol Spence Jr. in a shocking performance and recently winning a world title at 154 pounds. Now, boldly, he's moving up again to face the most formidable man at 168 pounds. Such ambition is rare, and even rarer is someone who can pull it off. Frank Martin shared his views on the different approaches William Skull and Terence Crawford might take against Canelo Alvarez. After Canelo's last fight, Skull leaned toward evasive tactics, which Martin felt was overly defensive. However, Martin doesn't expect Crawford to adopt the same approach.
I don't think Terence gonna run from Canelo as much as that guy did. I feel like he gonna box for sure, but he gonna sit down on some shots. He gonna fight in spurts against Canelo, I feel.
In Martin's view, Crawford may be at a size disadvantage against Canelo but will have key advantages like speed to compete effectively. He further explained that Crawford's smaller size could actually work in his favor, making him faster and giving him a real chance to defeat Canelo.
Fast. Sometimes, man, like, just because a guy bigger, it don't always mean, like, he can crack, but, it's like Terence he gonna be the faster, he gonna be the quicker fighter, the more explosive fighter, too, I feel like.
By explaining the disadvantages smaller fighters face against bigger opponents, he seamlessly argued how quicker-paced, smaller fighters can hold an edge over taller, heavier foes. His reasoning shows why speed deserves respect when matches are even or highly contested, balancing physicality with quickness.
Man, don't mean nothing. A lot of times them guys be slower,
Yeah.
When a smaller guy come up to a higher weight, you just can't get hit by you just can't get hit by the bigger guy, especially if you're a puncher. But a lot of times the smaller guy have an advantage, I feel like, because they quicker.
This battle could redefine greatness for Crawford. If he defeats Canelo, a naturally larger fighter proven in multiple styles, Crawford would become the first male fighter in the four-belt era to hold undisputed titles in 3 weight divisions, a feat never achieved by Mayweather, Pacquiao, or Roy Jones Jr. This would be history written in bold capital letters. Among those rallying against Canelo is one of his former opponents, Floyd Mayweather Jr., who handed Canelo one of his most decisive defeats. In 2013, a younger Canelo was not just beaten but dominated by Mayweather in spectacular fashion.
You can take a guy like Canelo, this guy can do, he can pick and choose who he want to fight. And I'm going to tell y'all the truth about Canelo. Easy, man. Cakewalk. Easy. Y'all sitting up here, y'all praising this dude. This dude was nothing. I was almost 40 years old when I cooked this dude. Easy. Y'all always disrespecting our fighters.
The weight difference might affect the fight, but physically, both fighters are on equal footing, which explains the confidence from both camps. Trainer Brian Bulak McIntyre matched his fighter's energy with calm certainty, speaking not with trash talk but quiet confidence. He made it clear that while their strategy remains secret, the outcome is already certain in his mind. McIntyre isn't interested in hype or showmanship. His focus is on preparation, discipline, and trust built over years, elements he believes will lead to victory. He said, "We're just going to get out there and win. Do whatever we need to do to win. I ain't going to give out the game plan or nothing like that. But what everybody thinks, it's just I know we're going to win." Notably, Crawford boasts a higher knockout rate of 73% compared to Canelo's 63.9%, impressive given Crawford's lighter weight classes for most of his career. Yet, rivals remain rivals. Oscar de la Hoya has criticized the fight, the promoters, and even the dinner Canelo and Crawford attended with Turki Alalshik.
Ridiculous promotion of Canelo Crawford has given me lots of good ammunition. Ooh, first, let's take it back to last week when this photo was taken of Canelo and Crawford having dinner together. Like they're best friends. I love you, man. Their bodies, like they were family.
Oscar de la Hoya expressed frustration about the fight, criticizing the overly polished and friendly tone between the fighters, which he feels has dulled boxing's edge. He argued that fans don't watch for mutual admiration but for the fire, tension, and raw energy that make a fight feel like a war. Comparing today's pre-fight atmosphere to past legends, he said rivalries like Muhammad Ali vs. Joe Frazier or Mike Tyson vs. Mitch Green wouldn't have worked if the fighters were seen casually dining together beforehand.
Can you imagine Muhammad Ali or like Joe Frazier having dinner together?
What?
Can you imagine Mike Tyson and Mitch Green before a brawl? No boxing fan wants to see two fighters having dinner together.
We could have a dinner on Wednesday night.
He then doubled down, saying the real draw of boxing lies in the build-up, the tension and emotional stakes that make every round feel like life or death. When the promotional narrative feels forced or overly polished, it loses its spark.
Bad blood. We want anticipation. We want to feel like an actual war is about to happen. Not caviar and champagne together while they're staging their trilogy. Jesus Christ.
Oscar made a personal jab, urging Bud to bring up the controversy around Canelo's failed drug test linked to tainted meat, a nightmare that has haunted Canelo for years. It was a calculated move by De La Hoya to ignite real heat and change the emotional tone of the promotion. He mocked, come on. Anybody else not buying this? Nobody got time for this. Crawford, if you want to actually make Canelo mad, just tell the truth about him and his tainted meats. But this fight isn't just about stats or numbers, it's about legacy. Entering this fight, Crawford is a two-time undisputed champion with nothing left to prove, yet he craves the challenge that could elevate him to immortality. Meanwhile, Canelo has ruled for so long that he can only keep his throne by defeating the man everyone expects will dethrone him. British boxing journalist Gareth A. Davies offered a blunt reminder of what Crawford is facing, delivering a raw, honest take without sugarcoating what this fight could become.
Fight for both men. Canelo always looks for the knockout, as he says. He will be planting his feet. And as I said to Terence, are you prepared to be hit harder than you've ever been hit before? Obviously he doesn't want to be hit, but Canelo will hit him harder than anyone he's probably been in against. I know.
Davies puts it plainly, Canelo isn't coming to box softly, he's coming to hurt. He fights flat-footed, plants himself, and hunts for the knockout like a man on a mission. Crawford, on the other hand, has never faced shots like the ones Canelo is about to deliver. This fight will test not just skill, but durability, heart, and pure will. It won't be just tactical chess, it will be a war where every clean punch can change everything. Davies leaves a chilling question, is Crawford truly ready for that level of fire?
Spence hits hard, but it wasn't the same Errol Spence that he fought. And he's up against one of the all-time greats of Mexican boxing on September the 13th at the Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. It's a really big fight for him. It's a legacy fight because his resume isn't anything like Saul Canelo Alvarez's legacy.
The heat, drama, and anticipation make it clear this isn't just another boxing match, it's a clash of legacies, pride, and raw emotion. With every press conference, quote, and stare down, the fire only grows. Whether it's respect or rivalry, calm strategy, or intense tension, one thing's certain, when Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford step into the ring, the world will be watching to see who makes history. If you felt the heat in this breakdown, hit like, subscribe for more real fight talk, and drop your prediction in the comments. Is Crawford really getting under Canelo's skin, or will the Mexican superstar silence all doubt again? Let us know below and stay tuned, this fight is only getting bigger.